Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Aptitude Made Easy to Learn. In this video, we are going to discuss about man days concept, which is a sub-concept of time and work. We are going to cover what is man days concept, what are the different types of problems we can expect, how to solve them, all these strategies and all these things we are going to discuss in this video. Then why so late? Let's get into the video. Welcome back. So here is the work equivalence concept, which is also known as man days concept. So what is this work equivalence concept? What is this man days concept is nothing but here. Till now in time and work, what are the problems we solved? We considered like individual persons doing a different work. Like Ram is doing a work, Kumar is doing a work. Individual person's work will be solving. In this man days concept or else work equivalence concept, what we're going to solve is here the problems in which group of persons will be performing a task, like group of men doing a work or as group of women, group of boys, group of girls, or as it may be group of children or whatever it may be, a group of persons will perform a task, and we need to find out how many persons perform a task or else how many days they require. The same category of problems we can expect, but we need to consider group of persons. And in the previous cases, we know that individual persons performing a work, we can calculate their efficiencies very simply. But in this case, individual efficiencies will not be considered. Like we will consider that every person in a group will be having same efficiency. Like if there is a group of 10 persons means I'll consider that every person can eat only one chocolate per day, or else every person can perform 1 unit of work per day. Like every person's efficiency will be same in this work equivalence. And what is a man days concept? This is very simple. Until the previous pipes and system problems or as time and work problems we solved like considering LCM as a total work. But here it will be not possible like that. Then how we'll be solving is nothing but using this man days concept. So what is this man days? How it is used? Let's consider a small example, then we can understand what is man days. For example, consider there is a group of men performing a particular piece of work in particular number of days. Like consider that there are 10 persons. If they want to finish a piece of work, they can take 10 days to perform the work. Now, if I double the men, if 20 men are doing the same piece of work, how many days they take to finish this work? Simply we can say logically, men is doubled means work will be half. So which means here number of days will be 5. This is simple. But if I got a problem like, if 25 persons are performing the work, the group is now 25 persons, how many days they require? Simply, without using any formula, by looking at this, we can answer that is 4 days. And how can we say this one? By using man days concept. And the name itself indicates man days. It is nothing but product of man and days. This should be same whenever they are performing the same work. Observe here, this group of persons performing a same work. Here also they are performing same work. In 25 persons also they are performing same work. But number of days it is differing. Of course, they are performing the same work, right? Consider first case. What is man days value? 10 persons performing a work in 10 days. So, man days will be 10 into 10, 100 days. So, which means everywhere, whenever they are doing this same piece of work, product of men and days should be 100. Observe here, number of men is 20. With what value I should multiply 20 such that I should get product as 100? Simply 5. So that's the reason number of days will be 5. 20 into 5 will be 100. And observe here, 25 persons I have. And I know that they are performing the same work. So if they are performing the same work, what should be total man days here? Man days should be 100. That's it, right? My man days should be 100. In order to get 100, with what value I should multiply 25? That's nothing but 4. So that's the reason simply we can see number of days will be 4. Getting total man days will be 100. So man days is nothing but product of man and days. Whenever this work is common, I can calculate like this. And if the work is not common, like if I am saying now here work is common, if work is not same, then how the formula will be changed? For this we'll be having a similar formula that is nothing but mdh by w equal to constant. So constant means I can use this formula for number of cases. Like I can say this formula as m1 d1 h1 divided by w1 equals to m2 d2 h2 divided by w2, and so on. I can follow this formula till the number of cases. And how we derive this formula? Simply taking directly and inversely proportional relations. Observe here, if men is increasing, number of days is decreasing, right? Keeping the work constant. If I am keeping the work constant, if men increases, what is happening? Number of days to perform the work is decreasing, right? Which means men will be inversely proportional to D. I can represent like this, or else I can say man is proportional to 1 by D. So from this, what we'll do, I'll write it as m equals to k by d, taking a proportionality constant. From this itself, we got md equals to k, which means m into d. Number of men into days will be constant, that is, man days will be constant. So this is how actually this formula is framed, by taking the relations between them. And what is the relation between days and work now? For example, observe here, number of men I am keeping this constant. So next time also I'll keep 25 men only, constant men. But now I'll increase number of days. So I'll say that number of days is now 6. Now how much work I'm getting as an output? Actually for 4 days and 25 men I'm getting 100 units of work. If I'm saying it is 6 days and 25 men only, what will be man days now? That is the work performed. 25 into 6, 150. Similarly, if I increase number of days further, like if I say number of days is now 8, 25 8 will be 200, which means I'm getting double the work, right? So by this I can say now, whenever men is constant, if I take men as a constant, I can say if days are increasing, work is increasing. So by this I can say day is directly proportional to work. Similarly, if I derive the formula here, I'll also get men will be directly proportional to work. Like men increases, work increases, keeping the days constant. Now observe here, if I keep the days constant 8 only, and if I increase number of men now, I'll increase to 50. Here days is constant, but men is increasing. Am I getting a more work output now? 50 into 8, that is man days, 400. For 8 days, actually I should get 200 man days. But because of men is increasing, my total work output is also increasing. So by this I can say M will be directly proportional to work. So these are the relations which we have generally. M is inversely proportional to D. D is directly proportional to work. Men is directly proportional to work. Similarly, sometimes they will change R's. So if I change R's, R's will also be directly proportional to work, getting days inversely proportional to hours. Because if number of working hour increases, it is enough to do less number of days, right? So that's the reason days will be inversely proportional to hour. By using all these inverse and directly proportional relations, we frame this formula. So whenever work is different in different cases, then only I'll consider divided by W1 and divided by W2. Or else if work is common, simply I can neglect W1, W2 and I can equate these values. So this is one of the things which will use a formula in order to solve man days problems. And one thing we should remember here, every person will be working with same efficiency in man days. Well, so this is how we'll be solving using a formula. And most of the times we will not remember a formula. So in those cases, we can simply solve this problem using a chain rule. And you can already observe diagram here, which is nothing but chain rule. Which means according to this arrow directions, I'll multiply those points. So I need to multiply M1 and D1. D1 is pointing to H1, which means first case. second case. And how we got these relations is nothing but a very simple relation. Just now we framed directly and inversely proportional relations, right? So whenever we have inversely proportional, I'll multiply the values directly, which means straightforward values I'll multiply. Observe here, I know that n is inversely proportional to d, which we already framed. So it is inversely proportional, so I'll directly multiply the value m1 into d1, and days is inversely proportional to hours, which we already framed. So it is inversely proportional, I'll multiply these values. And h is directly proportional to work, right? If I am getting directly proportional relation, I'll multiply in a crisscross manner. So h is directly proportional to work, I'll multiply with W2. So by framing this relation, which means the given data I need to represent in this pattern, in this chain rule. So if I represent this and if I multiply, so observe this, m1 into d1 into h1 into w2 equals to m2 d2 h2 w1. h2 into w1 I need to multiply because it is directly proportional. So we'll get a same formula what we have framed here. But instead of remembering formula every time, if I remember this chain rule, that is inversely and directly proportional relations, and how to represent those values here, simply by using this chain rule I can solve the problem. So this is the best way to solve whenever we forgot formula. So we can use any of these methods, either formula method or else a chain rule method, whichever it is comfortable for you, you can use that method. Let's solve some problems on this one so that we'll get an idea about that. Here's the problem 1. Observe here. 60 workers can make 24 tables in 21 days, working 8 hours a day. If 35 workers want to make 18 such tables in 36 days, how many hours should they work every day? So here every data is given and they are asking number of hours in the second case. As we know, I can apply formula here. Number of men in the first case, number of days and number of hours in the first case divided by W1 equals to M2 D2 H2 by W2. Either we can use this formula or else I will use chain rule here. So I'll solve using a chain rule here. Observe here. In the first case, number of men. So the order will be men, days, hours and work. Number of men is 60. Number of days they require 21 days. Number of hours they are working in first case 8 hours a day, and work they are making 24 tables. Here work is different, so that's why I am considering different work. If work is same here, I will not consider work value here. So first case I represented. What is the second case? 35 workers are working here. So number of men 35. Number of days they require 36 days. Number of tables they are making 18 tables, and they are asking number of hours. Let's apply chain rule here. As m is inversely proportional to d, directly multiply these values. D is inversely proportional to h, directly multiplying, and h is directly proportional to w, so cross multiply and equate these values. 60 into 21, 8, 18 will be equals to 35, 36. Let us assume that number of hours as x into number of work, that is tables 24. Let's solve this. So we can get cancelled here. 7175. 5 12s will be 60. 2 6 will be 12. So finally we will be getting x value as 6 hours, which means they need to work 6 hours per day in order to finish that 18 tables. So this is how we'll be solving the problem, either by using a chain rule or else using a formula. And that is a basic form of equation. Here is the next one. A house can be constructed by 360 men in 70 days. If the number of men increases by 90, in how many days will the house be constructed? So what is data given here? Only men and days is given here. While the house is constructed, the same house they are discussing about, which means the work they are performing is common here. So what I can say here, number of men and number of days is enough to consider work will be same here. In the first case, it is 360 men. And how many days they are taking to construct the house? 70 days. And now what they are telling, number of men increases by 90. So it is increasing by 90 means 90 men are added up in the second case. So which means along with 360 persons, 90 persons will be added. Getting total value as now 450 men. So 450 men are there. How many days they will take to finish the house? A very basic problem. Simply by using chain rule we can answer. And we know men is inversely proportional to d, so directly multiply the values and equate. 360 into 70 equals to 450 into, let us assume that number of days as x. So 9 4s and 9 5s. 5 14s will be value. So x will be getting it as 56. So which means they require 56 days in order to construct the same house. Yes friends, so this is how we'll be solving man days concept problems or else work equivalence concept problem. And in this video, just we solved a very basic problems on this one in order to just understand the concept. In the coming videos, we can solve some more tricky questions on this one. And if you have any sort of doubts regarding this man days concept or else previous concept, please drop it in the comment section. So you can also follow us in Instagram for more updates and to solve your doubts. And finally, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Aptitude Made Easy to Learn.